before he shoots him. You know, I thought that was impossible at one point. To kill those things before.
But that was the thing about it, is that Bomberman's not even like, they didn't even like try to make Bomberman a character. They just gave him a bunch of corny lines, and they have a lot of witty, and basically when you get to a boss, the bosses have witty comic relief conversations that have absolutely no point. I don't even think, like, literally, the developers of that game, that they put, the one that they put on the Switch, literally didn't take Bomberman serious at all.
Because last time we took Bomberman serious, we ended up with Act 0.
Oh, exactly. That was a hot mess. You didn't need to go that far.
That's what happened last time we tried to have a serious Bomberman game. So which one's worse, terrible voice acting or Act 0?
I don't know. Act 0 looked cool. At least. At least it didn't have a bunch of corny lines that made you cringe.
No, it made you cringe for different reasons.
Are you talking? Did someone try to make Bomberman edgy?
Yes!
Yeah, they tried. Well,
have you not seen Act 0?
For the Xbox 360.
Act 0 is a gritty, hyper-realistic Bomberman reboot. Where instead of being the short little cartoony guy, it is an actual, like...
It's a dude in power armor.
Yeah.
And
it's like Iron Man, except he places bombs everywhere.
Which they tried to make it all, like, dark and serious, but I can't take your main character seriously when he has a giant, inflated, like, right hand, because that's what generates and throws the bombs.
It's like that...
It's like a claw hand.
Because that's what that's what he would throw the bombs
It's
with.
like that terrible Bionic Commando reboot.
Is that the one where your wife is your arm?
Yes!
Yes. Which, despite that reboot being terrible and everything, that version of the character is still in Marvel vs. Capcom. Why is it still the reboot version? What, did they just have the model laying? What, did they just have the model laying around and they were too lazy to create a new one?
Yeah.
Also, I need to nerd for a minute. Rocket Raccoon shouldn't be able to use Dante's pistols. They run on his demon power. So
Quit nerding over there.
So that means that Rocket Raccoon has the DNA of Sparta.
Or just demon powers.
That was my joke when that was
Who says he's an alien raccoon? Maybe he was just a...
He's not an alien!
No, he is an alien.
No.
He was he was...
I'm just convinced he's possessed by a demon.
He was an alien experiment.
He's not an alien.
With demons! See, demons! He's Black Doom. The Black Doom was basically an alien demon.
Hold on. Let me,
See, Shao the Hedgehog works for everything.
let me cover the Rocket Raccoon confusion here.
Faker?
Alien, he is a raccoon from Earth that some alien scientists took and biotically engineered to make him...
I think that was the, to make it simple and easy to understand, I think that was the movie continuity. I believe the original comic continuity was a lot more confusing, so the movies, so people can easily follow this, had it be that.
I can look it up later, but it's
confusing.
I remember them explaining what he was in the movie. He just was a thing, and then every time, what's his name called him a raccoon, he got mad at him.
In the original Guardians of the Galaxy, there is a line about him being an experiment, but it's just a vague thing. He is an Earth raccoon.
I believe that was the movie continuity to make this simple and easy to understand.
Oh, boy.
Because a lot like anything from the comics, when
Entering Nasty's world!
Why is it spelled with a G? I hate this language.
No,
His name's Ganasty, not Nasty.
No, it's Nasty.
No, it's not Nasty. It's
Yep.
Ganasty Gnork.
His name is Nasty.
No, his name's Ganasty.
They call him Ganasty as an insult. It's like the word gnome.
Gnome?
Genome.
Gnome.
That's how it's spelled. He is Nasty Nork.
Gnome.
They call him Gunasty Gunork to insult him because it's making fun of that.
So this world kills me because I can't grab all the gems because there's gems inside of these dragon faces.
Hey, didn't I already free you? You're in Nasty's world now, Spyro.
This is the first. I think this is the first dragon we rescue.
Dragon who must defeat him.
No, it's just this model again.
No, no,
No,
no!
it's him.
It is him!
It's him.
Or
So-
one
Has
of
the
the
same
first.
name.
So
He counts for 2 dragons because he. I can only assume the way the game is trying to describe this to me is that after we meet him in the first homeworlds, he got here and then just got turned to stone again.
On screen, I will have the exact number that guy is.
So, they probably just reused the model.
Cove.
So they probably just reused the model, but decided to have it be canon.
Cause Spyro, hey, didn't I already free you? It's not.
Oh yeah, you've saved him before.
Mm-hmm. I will have the.
Do.
Things happened, man. He tried to save the day.
He failed. I mean, I'm pretty sure the explanation as to why Spyro's not turned to stone is because he was so short. He
And the reason. Now, this is an odd. But the reason the main reason I call him Nasty Nork is while a lot of people hate the games that were made later, Nasty Nork is a world boss in a Hero's Tale, and they actually call Spyro doesn't insult him and call him Gun Nasty.
It's a really weird detail. He's just the first boss of a Hero's Tale for some reason, which that has to like be a downgrade. You go from final boss status to first boss.
Because when he was final boss, he sucked.
Yeah, he did though.
I mean, this game's bosses progressively get worse, and then when you move into the next game, they don't really get. Well, actually, Spyro 2 probably has the best bosses, and I'm not saying much on that.
I think a lot of people liked the final boss of Spyro 2.
Rifto's pretty fun.
Fun in that game. He's a pain in the dick in Enter the Dragonfly.
Like I said, after this game, the bosses just suck. 3
Yeah.
doesn't have one good boss, except maybe the sorceress, and I'm pushing that one.
And
You know, I think you save him too. I think Latif is a dragon we saved before.
and
If I can find him, I'll.
You know, honestly, I think somebody may have said once that all the dragons here have already been saved.
and something
I can do some.
Which I don't know. That could be completely false.
The
You
one-
gotta reuse
the
those
one-
models.
The one
I
guy.
never do that. But
The one guy in the center is canonically a dragon we've already saved. That is, in fact, a dragon we've already saved. So, as for what number, like I said, I can just edit that in when I'm
and this is
working on these.
I've brought this up before, but this is something Sean didn't know for years, and I didn't know for years. Because Enter the Dragonfly is terrible, we never had the patience to 100% it. If you do that, the final boss actually has a second phase. But why would anyone want to play that fight for longer is beyond me.
why would anyone want to play that game is beyond me.
You play it for a lull. It's like you're playing Sonic 06. You just play it because you have to see how bad it is.
Enter
What are you
the
talking about, man? Sonic 06 is a good game.
Enter
I
the
like
dra-
Sonic 06.
I have a soft spot for Enter the Dragonfly.
It's jank, though.
Sonic 06 is fun, Brian.
Again, it's like... You don't play like Sonic 06, you load it and see what happens. It's an experiment.
I can agree with that.
That's kind of the same for Enter the Dragonfly.
No.
When will we-
Dragonfly.
When will we be doing Enter the Dragonfly?
Unfortunately, at some point.
I'm not playing it.
I guess it falls to me then.
I'll skip to Legend of. I like Legend of Spyro.
I have a soft spot for a Hero's Tale!
Hey, you can play that game too.
If we...
Honestly, to me, it looks too much like Enter the Dragonfly for me to want to Sonic it.
It's,
Let me
It's
put...
Enter the Dragonfly, but actually good.
I don't believe you because that would imply that Enter the Dragonfly had redeemable
Well,
factors.
okay, it's good minus Blink. Blink is terrible. Everything else
Do not get me
is
started
good.
on Blink. Don't...
Which is voiced by Tara Strong, which is like the only redeeming fact of that character.
I mean, I guess Enter the Dragonfly is better than like Steamboat Chronicles, but I mean,
okay,
What are you talking about? Steamboat Chronicles is a good game.
Enter the
now
Dragonfly.
you're just playing me.
the Dragonfly is... They took some cool ideas and they did a lot of interesting things. The problem with Enter the Dragonfly...
It was rushed.
And A Hero's Tale actually had some decent development. Because Enter the Dragonfly, like, I think there were some good ideas in that game.
Yeah.
But you can tell it was rushed.
Well, yeah, all the ideas that carried over into Legend of Spyro. Which is like 2.
And a lot of things that carried over into A Hero's Tale. It's...
And also, I believe...
A Hero's Tale,
I'll believe it when I see it.
Also, I believe...
Outside of Blink! Fuck you, Blink!
Also,
Says it's some hostility towards Blink now.
Imagine...
No.
Basically, here's how a Blink is. Imagine it's the, like, third person shooting from Jak and Daxter. But, no, yeah, from Jak and Daxter. But it's terrible and
So you mean the
boring.
monkey from Spyro 3.
Yes, imagine him, but boring.
And worse.
So,
Yes.
so the monkey from Spyro 3.
But worse, yes.
Yes. The monkey, his
So
goal...
the dragon from Spyro 3.
The monkey, you just have to get to the end of his stages, right? That's what he did.
I think there's an actual key for that chest.
But
I think there's an actual key for that
But
chest.
that monkey character in Spyro 3, his stages were just get to the end, right?
Well, why would you go looking for a key when
I mean,
you've seen that obviously throwing barrels into chests opens
Well,
up?
Carson, let me put it this way. There is one mission
And then...
that is basically that, but good luck.
What Brian just asked, fun! There's actually... I have a kind of a fun answer for that. The keys in this game, certain treasure chests, they hide a key, so you can open the treasure chest, but certain treasure chests can be opened with other...
I think Brian was asking the logic question
Yeah,
of
I know.
why would you?
In...
Dang it.
Yeah.
Why can't we just fly? There's a logic.
He's too young to fly! They already kind of have us explain that.
No, they didn't.
Why can he fly in the speedrun missions then?
Right? Because that's him learning how to fly. But in none of those levels do you gain the ability to fly, except for in the last level.
Well, and we also have flight is the most broken superpower. It breaks everything.
I mean, I don't know about that, Carson.
That no,
Spyro 3 wasn't that broke.
that reminded me of a Tumblr post that services a lot that I love. Someone asked if you could have any superpower, what would you want your power to be? And a lot of people answered like flight and super strength and stuff. And then someone's like, I want the power to feel anything. And they're like, hear me out here. And they're like, your bank account's empty? Just fill it off. Guy bothering you? Fill their bladder. The ability to feel anything.
I would be a cheap ass and take Rogue's power. Yes, I'm boring.
No, but I like that.
For anyone that doesn't know, the character from the X-Men Rogue, her power is when she touches a mutant, she can take their powers.
What if everyone else sees normal person?
You would
But-
need a world of other people having ridiculous powers.
But, like, what if it extended to, like, if, say, someone was, you know, really smart, could you touch that guy and take his, like, being really
What if
smart?
someone in real life has the power to steal other people's superpowers, but we're all normal, so they don't know that?
These are the quandaries we ask.
That sounds like one of those really weird comics that are actually really good, but also really, like, meta.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I mean,
I
he has a
don't
superpower.
know. If like, you know, if he had Rogue's power and was living in a world of normal people, I feel like he'd just turn into Charles Xavier from Logan and be like, I think she's a mutant. We need to find some mutants. I'm old, Logan. We need to find mutants.
Isn't the actor that plays him, like, 80 now?
He's pretty old.
So
Charles is old.
Yes, he's old in the comics, but the actual actor that plays
And
him
then
is
in that
He's pretty old.
Then in that Logan spin-off movie, he's even older. And there's a straight-up scene in that Logan spin-off of Wolverine having to help Charles pee.
Someone had to write that.
They acted out.
Someone wrote it.
Someone wrote it and they acted it out. He's helping Charles in the bathroom.
Hey, you wanna know what would be a funny scene? Since Charles is in a wheelchair, you should help him use the bathroom.
I'm going to use this opportunity to bring up my favorite fact. The toy
fact.
The toy of Charles for the first X-Men movie. Apparently, the toy is crippled. The joints in the legs are unscrewed. It can't stand up. They crippled the toy.
That's not funny.
That's why it's funny, because it's not funny. Why would someone do that?
Yeah, you can't stand up the toy. The leg joints don't work.
Which is weird, because I swear I
Oh my
had that
gosh.
toy as a child.
That is why I missed.
Which that fact.
That's why Brian doesn't play collect. Oh damn it!
The weird thing
Right.
about that is, I swear I had that
Didn't
toy when I
this
was
have
younger.
that exit world issue?
Yes. My second favorite.
Ludicrous speed, go!
Prepare to attack. Prepare to attack on the count of 3. 1, 2. Late! What happened? Where are they? I don't know, sir. They must have hyperjets on that thing. And what do we got on this thing? A Cuisinart? No, sir. We'll find them, catch them. Yes, sir. Prepare ship for light speed. No. Light speed is too slow. Light speed too slow? Yes, we're gonna have to go right to ludicrous speed. Ludicrous speed? Sir, we've never gone that fast before. I don't know if the ship can take it. What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken? Prepare ship! Prepare ship for ludicrous speed. Fasten all seatbelts. Seal all entrances and exits. Close all shops in the mall. Cancel the 3-ring circus. Secure all animals in the zoo. Give me that, you petty excuse for an officer. Now hear this. Ludicrous speed. Sir, hadn't you better buckle up? Buckle this. Ludicrous speed. Go!
So in this game, you have core exit doors, even though technically it seems to restrict there's technically almost no reason to use the exit doors.
Oh, no, you get the song.
Yes.
Actually, no. This is where we're playing. You didn't get. You don't understand it. We don't understand level. We have touching platform.
Yes, I can right here. Mars 4, we don't have platform.
What have I done? My brains are going into my feet. What the hell was that? Spaceball 1. They've gone to Plaid. We passed them! Stop this thing! We can't stop. It's too dangerous. We've got to slow down first. Bullshit! Just stop this thing! I order you! Stop! Here, let me help you, sir.
Are you all right, sir?
Fine. How have you been?
Fine, sir.
Good.
It's a good thing you were wearing that helmet.
Yeah.
What shall we do now, sir?
Well, are we stopped?
We're stopped, sir.
Good. Well, why don't we take a 5-minute break?
Very good, sir.
Smoke if you got 'em.
Like I said, you didn't get the star.
Well,
He
yes.
got the
Well,
star.
well,
The star is, in this case, a location, and that location confirms that you completed the level.
right.
And since you didn't go to that location, you didn't technically complete the level.
Yeah, even though
In other words, in this game, there are multiple collectibles, but the location itself is just, if you were to use Mario as a parallel, the location at the end of the level is the star, and it's the only thing that says that you did something.
However,
Except there's only 2 points in the entire game. Well, there's 3 points because it's going to happen a second time. There are only 3 points in the entire game where you actually ever have to touch it. And this happens to be one of them.
mm-hmm.
Because literally, there's no reason to complete a level and collect the star, as it were. Because the only reason you go to levels is to collect things. Because in order to move from one homeworld to another homeworld, you just need enough collectibles.
Makes sense.
You don't have to complete a number of levels.
And-
You only have to touch. You have to touch one of these in the first homeworld, and you have to use both of these in this world because the prerequisite for the dragon heads in the circle round thing I'm in, because they wanted you. This is the only point of the game where they want you to actually complete a level. Technically speaking, you could enter every level, only play through half of the linear level, and just collect a whole bunch of stuff and leave, and get to this point in the game. But they want you to actually touch that return home thing to unlock these dragon heads.
Mm-hmm.
This one and that one. That one is a boss. That one's something else. But that one's a boss. And once we do that one, we cleared the game. What's funny is that these could have just easily been collectibles because the prerequisite for that green one is to collect every dragon. I believe it's just all the dragons. Because it can't be all the gems because I'm 95% sure there's gems in there. Unless it is all every collectible, but I could be wrong. So instead of just making the prerequisite more collectibles, the prerequisite for the dragon heads is clear the levels.
Well, I mean, it makes sense considering that if, like you
Also-
said before, this is supposed to be the end of the game, and that.
Oh,
that
enemies in
second dragon
Spyro
is
have
the boss.
guns and no one complains, but when Sonic has guns, oh, too edgy. And it's not even laser guns. You hear an actual rifle cocking
Don't they
noise.
shoot lasers though?
No, that's not the
Oh,
thing
shoot
though.
bullets.
It's like.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Shadow having guns isn't the problem. Shadow, in its entirety, is the problem.
I know, man. That's a great game.
Shadow in its entirety is the problem.
I like Shadow the
The
Hedgehog
voice
more
acting,
than Sonic
the
Adventure.
story, the premise.
I like Shadow the Hedgehog more than Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Heroes.
Those were those were those were 3 incorrect statements.
I like Heroes and...
I swap. I really like Shadow's gameplay.
I like Heroes and Shadow about even. Yeah, it's a straight out assault rifle. Remember when we could get away with that? When we could have guns in E-rated games?
Like all I saw from Shadow was just mere. Oh my goodness, what's happening right now? I even sat there and one day I watched I watched basically a movie of the game again. And I couldn't get past the first 5 minutes because I was already done.
You see, that's why...
I was talking about the story, man.
Yeah, too,
I'm sorry, but I don't play Sonic for the story.
Yeah, the way I like Shadow
When
is...
we're talking about the gameplay, you have you have one move that literally sends you through the entire stage, and then you have another that kills everything.
The move that sends you through the entire stage, Chaos Control, sends you to what would be deemed the end of the stage. So, if you're in a collecting or destroying mission, that
Yeah,
Chaos Control is
yeah,
pointless.
I have a question, which I bet no one will have an answer to because it's a stage that has a terrible mission. What's the stage that has the bomb mission?
Central City.
What does Chaos Control do in that level?
It loops you around.
So it does actually do that.
There's a
Yeah.
Because that stage is it's a giant circle.
There's
basically.
there's a point of Central City that is deemed the end of the level. You go there.
Huh, interesting. Because that level was deemed, basically...
Every level has a programmed end.
Huh.
That's what...
The way I enjoy Shadow is the way I enjoy Kingdom Hearts. Just ignore the story and play it.
Kingdom Hearts story is amazing, man.
No, it isn't.
What are you
Chaos-
talking about, man. It has everything a good story needs. Suspense, mystery.
I think we already had this discussion once again where I said, but where did everybody else's thing go?
What?
When I said, well, where did everybody else's Where's everybody else? Since apparently now everybody's, you know, back to normal. And at the same time, when did we kill Axel's Heartless?
I mean, I just assumed that.
The thing about the killing the Heartless of
Damn it! I did not grab that dragon because I thought I would make it back alive, and then I didn't. That is literally what just happened there.
the thing about the way Kingdom Hearts explained the whole.
Brian, I'm pretty sure you're meant to believe that you killed all their Heartless.
Or somebody did. It just said.
Well, no, somebody with a keyblade.
Well,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, there's only like what a handful of Keyblade wielders.
On retroactive canon time, what's a fire themed boss? Because I just assumed that would be Axel's Heartless.
I mean, Carson, you're basically gonna sit there and tell me that the trickster is Axel's Heartless.
Yes, Nomura would do it.
I mean, honestly, basically that's what I believe. The game has left me no choice but to believe that somebody wanted Axel to come back to normal.
And that's
For some reason.
Swing
And
it.
honestly,
Yeah, for fan service.
Well, no.
Yeah, someone is Nomura.
I didn't mean Nomura wanted it to happen.
For fan service.
But no, I didn't mean Nomura wanted it to happen, so he made up a way. Because
I do.
No.
Because do you
Don't
see
you need to
anybody
reset the
else?
RAM?
I will make the statement right here, right
What are you
now.
talking about?
I bet the only other person that shows up in the entirety of Kingdom
Yeah,
Hearts
yeah.
3 is Sayax.
Brian, everybody who worked in Radiant Garden came back.
They all did.
Ienzo came back.
Sayax.
Evan came back. Oh, he's back too.
Exactly, and he's gonna be the only one that's in the game.
Well, I mean, he's Zenmus.
They all woke up.
Isa accepted Xehanort's heart. Did you not remember his eyes are yellow?
I recall this. I recall this, and I promise you that
Because
Isa
they
will be
gave-
the only one that matters.
Because
Well,
they gave
and
Lee, and because they gave Lee a Keyblade, I imagine he's going to be playable.
I don't.
Playable.
I don't
how
think
he's gonna do things.
he'll be in the story. I don't think it'll be playable.
Maybe for like a very small
No,
section.
That's like
but
saying that Riku's
Why-
gonna be playable.
That's
why
yeah,
else
he's
would
probably
you-
gonna do things.
That's
why
that's
else
my
would you
problem.
give him a Keyblade?
Have him be part of the story.
Just
Fan service.
He'll probably join your party. Is that what you mean by playable? Because that's not what I mean by playable.
I would maybe expect a very
I don't
small
know
section
because
where
Kingdom Hearts doesn't do that except in 3D.
I wonder if Marluxia woke up.
there was that.
You know what? Honestly, you know what I'm
I wonder if anybody from Chain of Memories is actually going to be in this game.
But Brian, they're already back.
I know what you're saying, Sean, but what I'm saying is I promise you they're probably not even included.
Well, I mean, I honestly half hope there's a.
I know that they're back. What I'm saying is that they're going to forget to put them in.
Well,
The
no.
ones from-
My thing is that means you at some point. It is basically saying that at some point Sora, with his Keyblade, killed all of their Heartless.
or somebody did.
Somebody did.
I mean,
Somebody with a Keyblade did it.
I mean, I can only believe that
Besides-
so much.
Besides Larxene, who else did you find in Chain of Memories?
Well,
That's an actual question.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I'm kind of hoping there's a boss where you have to fight Marluxia and Larxene
Why specifically those two?
at the same time.
Why?
Oh, because that fight would be busted. Let me tell you.
Lisa, there's Larxene, there's, what is it, Vexen,
Which one is that?
the guy with the shield.
Oh.
There's the guy that, powers up, tried to go Super Saiyan.
Lexius.
The meat wall.
Yeah.
He's a walking grip
Heck,
scale.
I'll give you him because I believe that in that cutscene where they showed everybody waking up, they actually showed him.
Do all of our commentaries devolve into Kingdom Hearts now?
When Sean's around, yes.
I mean, what else am I supposed to talk about?
And like I said about that trailer, Sean, how the heck is Ansem back?
Do you want to hear him talking about Kingdom Hearts or me bitching about Fire Emblem? Because I could do
And
that.
Fire Emblem is like, it's easy, man.
Fire Emblem Warriors is
Fog
a
of War!
I'm trying to.
Fog of War.
I'm trying to convince Carson that he should play Awakening on Classic because the game basically throws money and weapons at you the entire game.
Hey man, I say you should play every game on Classic. Yeah.
We got Fire Emblem Warriors.
Whereas Conquest, that's not the same thing. Whereas Conquest, unless they're gonna add some strategy element to
The characters have stats.
I was about to. They have their Fire Emblem
I'm just
stats.
saying, it looks like
in
Dynasty Warriors Fire Emblem.
Well, no, they have stats. I don't know if their stats will.
Oh, it's Dynasty Warriors Fire Emblem, except the Fire Emblem stats were in a menu. How is like your speed and movement and luck going to translate to Dynasty Warriors?
That's a good question.
Somebody answer me!
Because from watching the gameplay, which a thing that bothers me about the Fire Emblem Warriors, I understand this because they're the most popular ones, so I get it from a business standpoint, but it's still annoying. Right now, the only games represented in that are Shadow Dragon, the original. Shadow Dragon is the original.
Mark.
Awakening, and oh yeah, I say Shadow Dragon, but really it's basically just Marth.
Yeah.
And it's basically Shadow Dragon,
the
Awakening,
portal!
and Fates. Those are the only 3 games represented right now in Fire Emblem Warriors.
You don't know, man. They might put Erica in there.
I want them to, but I feel like if they're going to do that, they're going to take the most popular characters from all of the other games and just sell them as DLC.
They might put Hector in there.
Because the actual Fire Emblem
You think they'll put Lyn in it?
They probably put, they'll put Lyn in there before they put Hector in there.
Because the
Is
Fire...
Hector not a popular character?
People like Lyn more than they like Hector.
The playthrough
From what I understand, people don't like Lyn.
The playthrough I watched of Binding Blade, they played Hector's story.
Hey, what I'm saying here is that Lyn is in Smash. Hector isn't.
Lyn's an assist trophy.
Okay,
Lyn
yeah,
is in
so
Smash. Hector isn't.
That dragon's prerequisite right there.
And neither is
all the
Elwood.
collectibles.
No one cares about
Good
Elwood.
nasty Gnork.
Nasty Nork.
Well, his son's in Smash. Does that
So
count?
you know, even if the majority doesn't
He's
like
Nasty
Lyn,
Nork, goddammit. Okay, guys. So my question of the day is, what do you guys think of the fact that you have to touch the return home portal as a prerequisite to continue through Nasty Nork's world? I think that's a little bit weird since you never have to touch the return home portals outside of that one tutorial, but in some ways that's kind of nice because this makes the world linear and therefore it forces you to play its 2 levels in order, and I don't inherently mind that. This is the only level in the game that you can't just explore, and I think that's kind of interesting. But anyway, I would really love to know what you guys think. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments below, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be chill for a minute. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and leave some comments. If you're new to my channel and want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscription button and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please ring the bell next to the subscription button. That gives you the proper notifications of whenever I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. Doing all of these things really helps out the channel, and it really helps our communities grow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.